Hi there, it's Coach Craig Kenneth, and today I want to talk to you about what's my ex thinking about? I get a lot of questions about this, and guys are always wondering what are their chances of getting their ex back, what is their ex-girlfriend thinking about, and to be honest, every case is different, right? There's a lot of different factors you have to consider, and I came up with some bullet points to share with you guys today. So you can take a look at these different factors when you're weighing it for yourself. Now, obviously, I'm here to help coach you guys, and if you will go to my website, askcraig.net, I would be happy to do an email with you, or we can do a coaching together, and I can help you personally. But here are some bullet points for you guys to consider on your own, and hopefully this will help. I got an email from Jerry that said, "Hey Coach, my girlfriend just broke up with me a few weeks ago and I haven't heard from her." Have you put the phone down, Jerry? Are you literally carrying it everywhere you go? Like, just waiting, hoping, praying that that text or that phone comes, call comes through? We've all been there, dude. It's a terrible feeling. So Jerry says, "I'm having a really hard time with it. I think about her all the time." Yeah, that's normal, right? You loved her, you cared about her, and now she's gone, right? You're feeling separation anxiety, and it is a really painful feeling. It just feels like somebody just ripped your heart out of your chest. You got a big hole where your chest and your heart used to be, and now it's just very painful. You start having chemicals released in your body that makes it even worse. Getting anxiety, depression, the works. I get it. So it's perfectly normal that you're going through that. Obviously, the more you are attached to her, the more pain you're going to feel. So you may have not seen it coming, and that even makes it worse. So here are the questions that Jerry asked me. Does she miss me as much as I do her? Unfortunately, no, she doesn't. Because if she did, she wouldn't have broken up with you. Right? I mean, I know it sucks to hear it, but I do have good news. Yes, there is good news. The good news is that's how she's feeling right now. Her feelings could change tomorrow morning. They could change next week, 2 weeks, a month. Our feelings constantly change. So, yes, she doesn't want to be with you right now, but that doesn't mean it won't change. Her feelings won't change. Okay? So, you wondering what she might be thinking about. Okay, well, let me get through a little bit more of this, and then we'll explore that further. What is going to be a huge, huge, huge influence on the whole situation is what attachment style is she. If she has an anxious attachment style, she's going to be a lot more likely to miss you and pick up the phone and call you or text you. Or test the waters, put a little pinky toe in the pool and test the waters with you to see, right, how you're going to handle that. If she is an avoidant attachment style, she's going to be more likely to be like, meh, next. That's how avoidant attachment style people are. They just don't connect, right? They just don't connect very well. They just don't trust people. They're less trusting of others, and so they didn't get their early childhood needs met, and as a result, they learned to become more independent and say, the hell with it, I'm going to do this by myself. And just push other people away when they get close. They're not used to feeling closeness. So the thing that you have to consider is there are different levels of both anxious and avoidant attachment style. If you have somebody that's a high avoidant attachment style, good luck getting them back because they don't really care about you. Now, that is not a reflection of you. that's a reflection of her and how she attaches to others. Okay, so don't take that personally. You could be an amazing dude, but it doesn't matter because she just doesn't get close to anybody. Now, somebody that has a lower attachment level of avoidance, they're going to be closer to others than someone that's up here. And so this person is going to miss you more than this person, right? That's just the reality of it. So factor that in there when you're looking at your ex and how they appear to you. Some other factors that you want to consider is your history. How long were you guys together? How serious was she in the relationship? By the way, if she was with you for a year or more, that's a really good sign that at some point she'll want you back. But were you guys ever married? Do you have kids together? Were you ever engaged? Did you ever live together? All of that plays a big part in it, because if she did those things with you, then it shows that she really cared about you a lot more than just some fling or something that lasted 2 or 3 months, right? So that's a lot of factors you want to consider there too. Now, the tough thing to deal with as a guy is she seeing somebody new? You want to know what she's thinking about? Her new toy. Right? She's dating somebody new, she's thinking about her new toy. Now that doesn't mean she doesn't think about you as well. But remember Toy Story? Who did Andy play with? Buzz Lightyear. Woody got thrown on the floor. That's you. Right now you're Woody. Okay? That's reality. But in the long run, who did Andy take to college? Remember that Buzz. Right? So, it just goes to show you, yeah, that new toy, that new novelty, that's amazing, that feeling, but that's going to wear off real soon. And the more that this new guy screws it up, the quicker she's going to think, making up with him was not such a good idea. I better text him and see what he's doing. I don't want it to be too obvious. I can ask him about that movie his brother really liked. And you'll get a ridiculous text like that. So, the other thing that you really need to think about is, did she leave you for somebody else? If she left you for somebody else, then my guess is that she was not attached to you. Right? I mean, she was willing to be with somebody new above everything that you guys had created together and that whole relationship that you had created together. That's a tough pill to swallow. And you really need to consider on whether this is the kind of person you would want to take back. Because if she did it once, she's going to do it again. It's just going to show her level of integrity in a relationship where she only cares about her needs, not how she's affecting you. Right? So really think about that. To me, the biggest factor in getting her to think about you is your behavior. Believe it or not, the way you handle the situation will be the number one thing that affects whether or not she comes back and wants to try and work it out. If you act confident and secure and indifferent, she is going to lay in bed at night and she is going to think about it. She is going to sit there and think, why is he so able to move on? I wonder if he's talking to somebody else. Maybe there's a new girl. And then she's going to really start to rethink her decision. And the way that you can be the most successful is leaving her alone 100%. No texting, no social media, no contacting her for any reason, unless you have kids. But barring that, do not contact her. Leave her alone 100%. It will start to make her anxious and wonder about you. She's going to be thinking about you more or less based on how you handle the situation. So, you send her a text message once a week, that's only going to push her away further. That's only going to let her think, I still got him. The only way she's going to really regret her decision is if she thinks she has lost you completely. And she will, right? Unless you feel like being backup for her new novelty toy. No, I don't think so. So, biggest factor is you, buddy. Handle it like a man. Act indifferent. In other words, you are unaffected by the situation, right? That's all you have to do is appear that way. You don't have to feel that way. You're not going to feel that way, but you're going to come across that way. Like, listen, I love you. You're a great girl. I loved all the time together. You're so special to me. You're amazing, whatever you want to say. And you just say, no, listen, if you change your mind, call me. I'd love to work it out. And then move on. Okay? So, consider all those factors, and if you have a personal question that you want to get to me, go to my website, askcraig.net, and sign up for an emailing, or we could do some coaching one-on-one. I'd be happy to help you in that way. Make sure you subscribe to the videos, because I'm going to be adding lots of new content that you don't want to miss out on, and I will talk with you soon.